Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to Engineer's Life. This is Frogman. Last episode we kind of jerked around a little bit with Tetra, and in between episodes I've been kind of derping around with Tetra. And thank goodness for the ore excavation mod that we have, because that's pretty much how I've been doing various things to level up certain stuff. So let's talk about it a little bit of what I've done, at least with this little pickaxe, so that we can kind of sort things out. So again, this is one of those mods I haven't had a lot of time to play with, so I didn't quite know exactly what I was looking at or doing. So this hollow sphere, basically, for those of you that are probably still going, what in the heck is he trying to do, is kind of like the Materials in You book from Tinker's Construct. It tells you all of the little aspects and attributes and things that you can do to be able to make certain parts of your bow or your tool or your weapon or your whatever, and what those things get and how it works. It's really, I like how it works. I love this beautifulness of this thing. The problem with these kinds of mods is it's a lot of flash, but it's like there's about 6 extra cogs in the machine that doesn't need to be here right now, because in reality I don't need to know all of this information. All I need to know is what I can put where. So this whole thing could be done over just by a simple, this is the material and this is what it does for the various parts pieces of things that you do. So it's kind of cool. It's pretty, don't get me wrong, it's pretty. But what I need is something a lot easier to wander through. For an old person like me that is just rather get me to where I need to go right now, this is just a royal pain. So let's go in here for right now. And I'm not saying anything against it. It's just one of those kind of things. I went ahead and did a little bit of work on this pickaxe, the pickaxe we were playing with last episode. So the work was that I upgraded everything I could to the best tier material that I currently have that can do something called settling. As you can see, we have settled 1 on both the steel pick, the adze, and the handle. And I picked steel mainly because I want durability. I need durability. Durability is what the main just basically does whatever we want to do. And as far as being able to craft in this workbench, the best material that we currently have, according to this hollow sphere, is steel. So we're playing with steel. We're going to use steel. Now, my big issue here is that even right now, this thing is recently, I just recently repaired this. This diamond pickaxe is almost broken, and it has 600 more uses on it, period, than this one does currently. If this diamond pickaxe was completely repaired, which I can probably go do with a diamond, I think I might have enough stuff here. We'll put that in here. Just adding 1 diamond on it doubles what it currently has. So I'm always after durability when it comes to various things. I'm always after making sure that things happen in a specific fashion. And for that matter, why don't I go ahead and grab a little bit more diamond and take that thing all the way up? Because this diamond right now, or this diamond pickaxe right now, has the fortune capabilities. So I think once this thing is completely fixed up, it's got 5,000 or 6,000 uses on it. Seriously. So what are we doing? Now, I do understand that I can increase the durability on these things by using a little bit more stuff. So if we look at the, I didn't want to do that. If we use, say, pickaxe, head, I would say, see where we're already at, trying to figure things out down to this point. My current available stuff is going to be anything that's metal or a diamond or a emerald. Now, the durability on this one is going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 777. So durability on an emerald is 415 versus the current steel, which is 315. That's still not adding a massive amount of durability. Now, yes, I can go to the nether. I can go find netherite. I can get down that silly line of things, or we can go crack open the end and possibly get into some of these things. But even then, here's my thing. Once again, 771,000 or 5,000. You tell me which one you want. Now, again, this requires just a single piece of whatever it takes to repair it when it breaks, but because I put a socket of a diamond on there to try to increase the durability, it will require every once in a while. So that's one of those things that's kind of interesting about the repair cycle, is the repair cycle for the tool that you use will cycle between any of the 4 or 5 or 6 parts that you use to make it versus what it needs to be repaired on. So 3 out of the 4 tries, or every 3 out of the 4 times you need to repair this thing, let me say it like that, it's going to use steel, so to speak, to repair it. One time it's going to use a diamond. Now that's a massive amount of repair time. So I mean, all I need to do with this one, for what it's worth, is find an efficiency 4 book and a fortune 2 book, and I will have that pickaxe the way that I want it. And then I can go trade with these villagers over here and get mending, and it'll repair itself over time. I'm beating this already. Now, granted, supposedly, once we get to the next section, we'll be able to actually get a little bit better material. But, you know, this is what I do this stuff for. This is kind of why I use tinkers. This is kind of why I play with various things. I don't care about swords. Swords are just whatever. You just swing a sword and it'll eventually die. This thing does have the ability, of course, to be able to actually dig. So I did replace the backside of it with an adze, which will allow me to mine wood and which will allow me to dig quicker, or at least it's now a all-in-one tool, or at least 3-in-1 tool versus this pickaxe. But again, it's still kind of one of those things where I'm not a humongously massive fan of this thing. That efficiency 4 or that efficiency 5 on this hone on the top part is just as fast as this efficiency 4 is on this diamond pickaxe. So I'm kind of, again, one of those deals. And it took me hours to grind this thing out so that I could get it to hone. If you see the honing available underneath the socket diamond thing, enough time so that I could gain every one of those efficiencies and unbreakings. Every single one of those required a single hone capability. And if we look at this hone available right now, I have to put a hone on it, but I can't because my integrity of the tool is it's a long drawn out mess of really does it need to be this hard. But okay, we're going to play with it. We're going to continue to play with it today after that quick little rant. Part of what we did last episode was we added a scanner to this holosphere, and the scanner will allow us to find a few things. So let's go check our quests and let's go get into the tools of the ancients so we can kind of progress with what's left of this mod. Okay, they apparently have, or they do apparently, I do know they have. I've already found one. We went out looking for it because I didn't feel like spending hours upon hours upon hours looking for the next thing to play with. So in order to advance is, of course, this little section here. We need to go find, you know, ancient base that was put down by the ancients so that we can actually upgrade our tools even further. So it's kind of a little thing. You get to do all the little stuff at the beginning, and then you got to go out and do some exploration. This is a pain in the butt because that means you need to go find the rest of the stuff in either a mountains, a taiga, or a cold biome, basically, and you have to go down around anywhere between level 0 and 30 and hope to find one. They kind of show up easily if you can see it in your mini map, and I'll show you guys when we go over there what I found. But the biggest problem, again, in a mod pack such as this, is it J or is it this one, is that we have the natural terrain generation mod, or the one that generates terrain in a specific fashion, and I haven't really had a lot of luck finding mountains. Matter of fact, I had to go clear over here to find a mountain that had anything underneath of it. So what you do is you go to the said mountain range, and then you dig down to level 30 or so, and then you start using your scanner to try to see if you can find the stuff. So it took me 3 tries before we found what we needed. Anyhow, what we do need to do is we're going to go ahead and read the instructions again on the quest, because it is very important that you listen to this. While exploring these dungeons, it would be good to bring a hammer and a claw tool to be able to salvage objects in the bases. When looking at up blocks, they will sometimes show a hammer or crowbar symbol along with a box where right-clicking will do an action, and a white icon means the action can happen, while the red means it will not work. And yellow will say it has a chance to fail. What I wanted actually is I wanted to try to find a silk touch book, because there's going to be some things that I want to silk touch out of these things. And I can't do that just yet because we're going to have to do some stuff. So let's look at the book again. We're going to move over to, say, the Forge Workbench or the Forge Hammer. We're after a Forge Hammer. So Forge Hammer can be found in ancient bases, well, blah, 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 all this wonderful stuff. We're going to have to mess around with it using 2 filled thermal cells. So we're going to say thank you, and I'll take all of those. Lubricant dispenser to decrease chance of it jamming by 50%. Planar stabilizer. Allowed forge hammer allows to do upgrade speed within the hammer to have better stats. Combustion chamber can be added to a forge hammer to increase its hammer rank by 1, but will light blocks around it on fire. And insulated plates can be attached to forge hammer transfer hit to increase its efficiency. Basically, what we're after is we're after the Obsidian Hammer out here. We need to be able to advance to an Obsidian Hammer. So what I do think I want to do while I'm here is I want to make another hammer. I think we can make it out of stone. Right? I need a stick. I'm going to bring a junk hammer with us, one we haven't used, because I want to keep that hammer. I think. I don't know. It's getting dark. Too dark to see. Put that in here. I want a stick. Thank you. And I think I can do this with stone without having to do anything else, right? Yes. Okay, so we'll bring that one with us. And we'll do this, and we will go to sleep. Alrighty. Yeah, so let's go to the next area. So I did go ahead and get really lucky with this. The only reason why I'm even over in that area is because while I was over there wandering around, I happened upon those mountains, and at the base of those mountains was a teleporter with no village, with no nothing. It's just sitting there, so a waystone. So it made it a little bit easier to get back and forth between here and there to do things. So let's go do the next thing, which is go over here. And then I went ahead and dug down. I just magically got really close to one of these things. So again, this is a mountains. It's a pretty good sized mountains, which is why I came over here. But once we get down low enough... Got 13 hits left on that. Let's grab this sword out. Where are you guys? Hi, Creeper. Are you going to blow up my stuff, Creeper? Where did you go? I guess it hits pretty decently. Anyhow, there we go. That's when you know you're getting close to one and you're looking at one. Go away. Anybody else while we're at it? Zombies. 2 of those scary little quark spawners. We'll go ahead and take care of the neighbors. Go away. Go away. I'm going to have to move a bunch of this stuff, I think. Anyhow, once you know you're getting close to one, if you happen to be looking in the right direction, you'll hear a sound. And if you look at your scanner, you will see a color block, or the color change over there. I really need to move that stinking thing. I wonder if I can do that. But you can hear colors change. The sound gets louder as you get closer to one of these structures. So I happened into a charging facility right off the bat, which is basically what this little thing. It's a transfer unit that pulls energy out of the ground into a little, what is this thing? A thermal cell. So all of these blocks in here are harvestable, supposedly, by, hopefully, this hammer I made. I'm hoping. So there's the little trick. See, there's a forge container over here. I want to see what's in it. Can I get that off? Okay, there's one. There's another one. What's in it? Hello? Do I gotta go all the way around on it? And then I should need to go... Hello? What does this one do? Okay, take the stupid torches out of your hand. Alright, what did we get? Oh, cool. Right off the bat, we get a combustion chamber. So we're doing salvaging and things like that. But basically, that's what we need to do. All right, as far as the mod goes, there's 3 things you need to find. You need to find a core extractor or a charging system that will allow you to charge power cells for the forge hammer. You need to find... Let's see if this will let us in. What do we get there? Hey, we might get all of the good stuff. What was that? Just gunpowder? Metal scrap. Yeah, we'll use some scrap and things and stuff. Plus, you can supposedly, if I had a hammer, I don't think I have the right kind of hammer. Whatever. All of these blocks are supposedly harvestable as well, which is kind of the reason why I wanted to find a few of these, because these are really nice looking blocks, and you can't craft them as far as I know. Let me in. I have a hammer. Do I have to use this hammer? What are you doing? I should be able to open this box. Whatever. Okay. Let's look around in here. I think there's another charging system, transfer unit things in here, and I'm not able to get into this one. I think I probably have to go through the top. But what was really funny about this whole thing is I kind of found this one, and then I went this direction. I was like, okay, well, there apparently, if you look at the mini map up in the corner, you can see a kind of an odd structure, which is kind of what we're looking for the most part. In here is a couple of more transfer units, and they happen to have both of these little bitty thermal cells in them and a forge. So there's a forge up here, forge hammer, which is right there. The other thing that I was looking for while we were out messing around is that when I came back and I got I wandered around out here for a while. There's a whole lot of these little things around. Let's see, I think it's over here. I think it's out this door, right? Yes. I kind of dug this direction a little ways because I saw another thing on the map. This one will have a bunch more of these little crates in it and another transfer unit or two. Let's see what we got here. Scrap. All right, cool. Hammer into bedrock to extract minerals from below it. What? Place top seeping bedrock. Slightly increase yield in biomes inhabited. What? I'm going to have to look at some of this stuff, because I know that there's been some additions to this mod since the last time I was even looking at it, and I know that there are things that you can do with it. Now, I did finally find something else, and I kind of just happened to be digging this direction and found one more of these, but they're all over the place. I mean, I know for a fact you can get really lucky and find all the things. There is the anvil, but unfortunately to be able to pick that anvil up, we have to have silk touch on the hammer or the tool that we're using. I don't think I can do it with... Where did it go? That one? No, I think I need the actual tool. So let me do a little bit of this and see what we get. Ooh, that's an upgrade. I'm going to go clear this one out, and then I'm going to work my way back over towards the hammer, and I will see you guys in just a little bit. There, I don't know if you guys just saw that. Those two, it's kind of what some of the stuff does. Now we've got two settled parts on this hammer because we've used it a little bit. As you dig things up, if you've moved things around and just basically use a tool, parts will settle on it, which means they will start to become a little bit better with how the tool works. Give me one more of those. What else do we get? All right, so we've got a few things. I'm going to have to read on this. Several extractors can be handled as I said. Found structures. What kind of minerals? I don't know. We'll have to look. I mean, if it's a thing that we can use to grab or haul materials around with, or should say ores and whatnot. I wonder if this is what I think it is. Looks like an extractor. Supposedly I can knock this off. Yes, I can. Thank you. And then these are adjustable, so there's all kinds of little silly little things going on with this mod. So let's go kind of play around first off with the extractors. So this is another extractor that we're not going to bother with. Is there anything in here I want to harvest? No? Okay. I'll have to go back and go get that anvil because the anvil will look cooler underneath the hammer that we found. Now that I'm all lost. Hey, why don't you eat something? Thank you. All right, so Really don't know what the heck's going on with this thing. What is it doing? This should be able to open. Hello? I don't know why it's not opening. Maybe I gotta have a pry bar or something else on it. I don't know. Let's go. Over to this system, which we're probably going to end up putting in a waystone to this building because I don't know how much of this I can actually remove, but we need to go ahead and pull those off and those off. And there's a little button right here that you can use to adjust the machine. And I think both of these are functional, right? So what this is, there's an extractor pipe that goes all the way down to bedrock that's sitting over kind of a seepy thing deal that pulls power out of the, underneath the bedrock and turns things to where they need to go. Let's see, can we do this? And both of these cells, I believe, are full. Did we get one that was kind of empty? Cool. Let me do this. Kind of empty. There we go. So that's how you know it's functional. If you push this button. Hello, game. Let me have my thing. So now it's off. There's a kind of a little mini game with all the machines because you don't know whether or not it's on or off or whatever. So now that I know that both of those are on, I'm going to put an insulated plate on this. And I'm going to grab you out of there. And put you in there and do the same thing. Is this one working? I think this one's working. Should be working. You can tell because they have a... Can I shut this up? Thank you. Good Lord. All right, adjust. This one may not work. Did I put the right one in it? Wow, that filled up really quickly. Okay, well, whatever. We'll mess with that one later. What we need to do is go up here. Let's see what's in this box. More scrap metal and more boxes. Hey, there's another one of those. And another one of those. I'll fiddle with these crates after we mess around with things because they should be openable. Did one of these become empty? Good. Let's put that one in there. Okay, so that one's working too. That way I can cover this back up and it won't accidentally do something silly. So once that fills up, it'll show otherwise. However, to power the hammer so that we can do things with it, we have things on the side here, right there, that we need to remove. So let's get that one off of there. Can I get it, please? Thank you very much. All right, so now we have some of this stuff working. I need to figure out how to turn this thing on. And in order to turn it on, we need to put power cells in the sides of it. Like that. And now it's on. I'm hoping we do the next step, which is just to place a crafting table down on it and hit it with a hammer. Are you going to work? Or am I going to have to go find another one? Well, let's see what we get. I want to put you into here. So stone hammer. Can I upgrade this with a stone hammer to the next highest level, which is going to be this? No. So something is obviously wrong with this. What are we doing? Are these up? Yes. Please tell me I don't have to go find another one. It took me long enough to find this one. Give me that back. And put that in there. Let me charge it up. Click on the box. So we got the lubricant dispenser. Thank you. Forge hammer, it can be allowed upgrades made. A hammer with better stats. Okay. Combustion chamber. Okay. An insulated plate. Okay. Planar stabilizer optional. When added, forge hammer allows upgrades and made the hammer to have better stats. Well, let's put one on. We got it. Where do you put it? Right there? Oh. And lubricant. Maybe that goes over here. Is it up? Does it work now? Mountain structures deep underground can increase its hammer tier 1. But using the hammer may set nearby blocks on fire. Okay, well, let's see what we can do now. I want you out of there. I do know I have to power them, and I do know I have to do a few things. Is it working? Can I craft this? It says it's a 6. Okay, so let's take... Which one was better? Slightly improve the stats on the item. So if I need to... Give me this back. Hey, give me it back. Can I have this back? No? I thought I shut this off. Go away. Thank you. Tell me I just screwed this up. Please tell me I just screwed this up. Where's the claw hammer I made? That thing right there. Give me that back. Thank you. So if we can increase the thing... Whoop. Like that. Can you upgrade my hammer? Yes. Hey. Nobody asked for that. And can you upgrade my hammer? Okay. What do you do to reset it? Hello? Are they empty? We'll fill them back up. You in there? How do you reset? Hello? Tell me this is not a one-use thing. Bring that back. Slightly improve the stats of the item. How do you reset? Oh. There we go. Okay. I think we need to do... How are you only a level 4 now? Did I break this? Where's this other stupid tool? Thank you. Give me this back. Come on. Combustion chamber. Go. You should be charged up. I want that. Why can't I craft it? Because I probably hit the durability of the integrity of the thing. So let's do a flimsy handle. We'll do a basic handle. And I think if I put one of these in here, that will get me some of my integrity back. Okay, craft. And then we can put in the hammerhead that we want to do that and craft it. Sweet. And while we're at it, give me that hammer back. Give me it back. Thank you. Where you at? Come on. Go back. Go back. Come on. I want to do the same thing to this one. Can I just do this to that now that I've got it? I want to put that handle on this. Yes, please. So now I can do a little bit of a better handle on some of my stuff because we found structure beams, craft. Thank you. Now that should have upped the durability on it just a smidge, but I believe also that'll help it out quite a bit later on. So what are you doing? Go back up. There you go. I guess it takes it a second to warm up, or I got to peel one of these out or whatever. Awesome. All right. Where are we? What are we doing? Let's see. I think with what I'm going to do there, that got me to what I wanted to be able to do. So now I have an Obsidian Hammer. And if we go over to our quests, an Obsidian Hammer when added to the Forge Hammer allows upgrades made with the hammer to have better stats, which is amazing. Cool. Obsidian Hammer. The next thing is a netherite hammer, of which I will probably never even bother to go look for, but just depends on whatever else that's going to be out there. So I just kind of wanted to touch and play around a little bit with this. My main interest in this system is going to be these blocks. My main interest in all of this is going to be getting something that I can use to harvest these blocks so that I can use them for whatever. And for whatever even it says right now, I can't harvest them with this hammer, and I don't understand exactly why, because I should be able to. Can I harvest it with this one? No, I can't. So I don't know whether it's an axe or if it's a something else, but we can definitely kind of play around with it. And this can be hammered in the bedrock, can be extracted. I'm going to have to mess around with a little bit of this stuff just because of the fact that if there is a way of being able to pull materials out of bedrock with this mod, that would be really cool. But other than that, guys, I think for right now, I'm going to call it. We did get what we needed to do for this part, and I think next episode, we're going to start working on building base. So until then, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye.